the campaign mode for Black Ops Cold War, there are some cool side missions you can take on. Operation Chaos is one of the most unique and complicated side missions since you have to collect multiple pieces of evidence, then crack a code before starting the mission to complete it to its full potential. This is a video on how to decrypt the floppy disk before starting Operation Chaos. To get Operation Chaos, you have to complete the first two missions, Nowhere Left to Run and Fracture Jaw. Once you complete these, Operation Chaos will appear on your evidence bulletin board in the meeting room. At this point, you'll have one piece of evidence that you've picked up from the Nowhere Left to Run mission. You'll have to play through the next story mission, Brick in the Wall. The evidence piece in this mission can only be found if you take on a side objective given to you by an informant asking you to rescue or kill a man named Victor. You'll infiltrate the room where he's being kept, and you can find the evidence on a table just to the right of him. Right after this mission, you'll be thrown into the next, which is Red Light, Green Light. Luckily, this is where the last piece of evidence is. In this mission, you'll have to take photos of evidence pieces throughout the area. What you need to keep an eye out for is towards the middle part of the mission, where you enter a secret Russian training ground designed to look like an American town. Shoot your way through the end of the street and enter the last building. Go up to the upper floor and go to the far end of the building to find another map. Take a picture of that and your evidence collection is complete. Unfortunately, you can't go right into the briefing room after that mission. You'll have to complete the next one, Echoes of a Cold War, to be able to reach the next briefing point. Once you enter the meeting room, you'll be able to access the evidence board and analyze the evidence you have for Operation Chaos. It is extremely important to note that everyone will have different answers to these next puzzles, since each piece of evidence is different from person to person. This is a tutorial on how to solve the codes for your own playthrough. To start, take a look at the evidence piece, the front page of the Observer. Since Bell has special training to find hidden codes, you'll be able to see red letters appear on the newspaper headline. Write those letters down and compare the scrambled letters to the cities listed in the number station broadcast. In my case, it was AHNLEE until I unscrambled the letters to match the city Helena in the listing. Once you've done that, write down the 4-digit numbers corresponding to that city. In my case, because it was Helena, it had the numbers 1479. Next, open a coded message. You'll see a series of numbers in the second row of the grid. Focus on the red numbers first and try to find a pattern between the sequence. My red numbers were 10, 18, 26, and 34. The pattern here is that each number progressed by +8, so subtracting 10 by 8, the first number is 2. Now looking at the blue numbers, I had 26, 27, 29, and 36. The first sequence is increased by 1 and the second by 2. So it increases each time a new number is added, so the missing number would be 32. Put these numbers together, which in my case turned out to be 0232, and look at the numbers station broadcast list again. Find that number's corresponding city and write that down. My number was connected to Detroit. Now that you have all the codes cracked, you can decrypt the floppy disk. For the first code, enter the first 4-digit number you discovered. Then for the passphrase, use the last city you deciphered from the numbers puzzle. So my login was 1479 Detroit. Hit Y for authenticate and you'll have decrypted the floppy disk. Now you have all the information you need to start Operation Chaos to take down the entire ring of spies. For more gaming guides and walkthroughs, keep it here at IGN.